The Africa Center is, I think, a perfect location for us.
Once I learned more about the Africa Center, rap with Angela, I'm like, yo, this could be a really good look, especially from our values.
Right.
There's been few partnerships that would align as good as this one does.
The history of coffee and then being in the Africa Center, that's another great way, because I think education is also really important to us. Let's get educated on the origins of coffee. Sometimes I think coffee can feel like pretentious. So us just even being able to have those conversations, talking about the health benefits of coffee. There's been this misconception that coffee is harmful for your health.
That actually leads me to my next question. You guys are going hard for the diversity and the exclusive approach of making sure you're getting the coffee from these different sources.
Yes.
Why is that so essential? Why is it so essential to get it from Ethiopia, from Peru, from Brazil, from places like that?
When you look at the world's coffee production and the history of coffee, coffee is a heavy colonialized trade. You're looking at over 95% of the world's coffee coming from regions of people of color, because it grows along the equator belt, which is also known as the coffee belt. When you have the second largest commodity in the world, and less than 5% of the ownership of the second largest commodity is equitably in their hands. That's a problem. We use our platform. Ange comes from a media background. She's one of them. Being able to get that voice out and bring a lifestyle lens to coffee. And we're not just a coffee brand or a coffee shop. We are a coffee supplier.
We have a roastery in Brooklyn.
Okay.
Yeah, it was also a process to get to that point, to be able to do those things. Because I think when you're first getting started, it's a learning curve and it's a learning process. We have a lot of choices about where we spend our dollars. On the flip side of that, well, let's spend our money in places where it does make the most impact for our communities and for us.
What do you hope to accomplish by now being in a predominantly Black and Latino community like Harlem?
I mean, this is the goal. This
Come
is
on.
the types of communities that we want to be in. It's important for people to see storefronts like this that represents the community, because it also, I think, sets a precedent for younger generations when they can see, oh, I could do this one day. It might be something you never even thought about. And I have experienced that firsthand just from my own growing up and seeing certain things and knowing how that's impacted me, but also meeting younger people who have literally come up to me and been like, I just love the fact that you have this here. It makes me feel like I can do something like this too.
When you see Cup, you know certain values, certain cultural experiences, certain nuances are going to be preserved that we know are going to be upheld. No differently than walking into a shop and be like, wait a minute, they got sorrel on here? Wait a minute. They got Jamaican patties? Wait a minute. Did you just say, wait a minute? Exactly. These are things where it's like culturally, we know that we're seen, and those things matter to Ange and I.